What's up guys, Sal here. So it's no secret that Samsung and Apple dominate the global smartphone market. Until recently, it was thought Huawei would surpass both and take the biggest slice of market share. However, things haven't been quite so straightforward for Huawei, with the Chinese tech giant now banned from using many smartphone technologies necessary to create a smartphone. So with Huawei out of the title picture, it's Samsung and Apple again battling for the coveted number one spot. So in order to increase its market share and attract some iPhone users, Samsung has created a Galaxy smartphone inside the iPhone. Yes, you heard that right. Samsung has launched a new platform that lets iPhone users experience a Galaxy device from a web browser. Called iTest, it installs a web app that opens a simulated Galaxy device from home screen, replete with apps, settings, the Galaxy Store, themes, and messages. It seems to be a lighthearted jab at Apple, who by the way has done a similar thing in the past with Android devices. Anyway, as you can see, the web application allows users to experience the Android interface and feel to some extent. True to its capability, Samsung has been able to replicate substantial features of the Galaxy phone for iPhone users. The users of the application, apart from being able to browse the Galaxy Store, are also able to experience the Galaxy Camera app. There are also simulated phone calls and text messages highlighting different Samsung and Android features. The Gallery app shows off photos, there are tutorials for the Samsung Kids and Samsung Health apps, and the Setting app lets you know about some of the customization features available. Plus, there's a camera tutorial from photographer Logan Dodds that walks through all of the available photography options. All in all, it's a pretty neat web application. If you have an iPhone, then all you need to do is go to this site and add the web page to the home screen. Honestly, it's impressive how convincing and well designed this is. Also got some laughs from the humor they sprinkled in. And I think it's smart as it gets the job done of showing an iPhone user how it's like to use a Galaxy smartphone and what they are missing out on. With that being said, we all know and agree that Apple has this walled garden approach where they try to lock in their customer once they enter this garden. And now after all these years, we finally have evidence that Apple indeed forcefully locked their customers into the Apple ecosystem. You see, iMessage is one of Apple's prized products. They know that iMessage's blue bubbles are a big barrier to people switching to Android, which is why the iMessage never appeared on Android. Now, Epic Games has revealed in court some excerpts from Apple executives on the decision behind not making an Android version of the iMessage. Those are, and I quote, "The number one most difficult reason to leave the Apple Universe app is iMessage. iMessage amounts to serious lock-in. Moving iMessage to Android will hurt us more than help us." And finally, iMessage on Android would simply serve to remove an obstacle to iPhone families giving their kids Android phones. So they're saying most people would give their kids Android phones rather than expensive iPhones if they had the option to use iMessage on Android. Basically, in other words, their phone wouldn't be chosen based on hardware or other merits, but merely by forced lock-in. Now you might wonder why in the world Epic is bringing this up in court. Well, Epic's point is that they are the victim here, and they argue Apple's lock-in makes it virtually impossible for customers to switch platforms and forces Epic into Apple's terms that they claim are unfair to them. Anyway, let me know your thoughts down in the comments, and as always, I'll see you tomorrow. Peace out.